All right, folks, let's talk about what a custom GPT actually is. Now, GPTs, like the one I'm using in this video, are basically very smart digital assistants. They read, they write, and they don't even ask for a coffee break. Truth be told, they're kind of like using an app some unknown developer created, but with a twist. And that twist? Well, with custom GPTs, you can tweak them like a friendly robot with a personality. You, or someone else, can build one that focuses on specific topics like recipes, workouts, Shakespearean insults, or even how to explain technology to your cousin Larry, who still uses a flip phone. Some of these GPTs are private, meaning only the creator can use them. Others, like the one we're going to see today, are public. Anyone can try them out, no screwdriver required. All you need is the link. And in this case, several very clever people have made GPTs just for creating recipes. We'll use one, but our spotlight will be on the prompts and the responses. What we say, what it gives back, and how that exchange works. So here we are at the main ChatGPT screen. On the left, there's a menu of recent chats. That's your history. And right up top, we see some tabs: ChatGPT, Sora, Library, and here's the one we want: Explore GPTs. This button right here is your gateway to the magical world of custom AI brains. Now, if you hover your mouse over that Explore GPTs, it highlights. And when you click it, you're taken to the Custom GPTs area. This is where people have uploaded their own specialized versions of ChatGPT. Think of it like an app store, but every app is a genius. At the top, you'll also see tabs like Top Picks, Writing, Productivity, etc. But we're here for a recipe GPT, so let's keep going. Now, when you search for recipe, ChatGPT gives you a buffet of options, and I do mean buffet. We've got GPTs focused on nutrition, food science, master chefs, even a few that claim to build recipes from images, though they stop just short of licking the screen. What's important here isn't which one we choose. It's seeing that each of these GPTs has been trained with a specific style and purpose. Some focus on dietary needs, some on creativity, some on global cuisines. So now I'm just scrolling a bit, and look at this one: Cooking and Recipes, Master Chef Petros. A colorful icon and a description that tells us this GPT acts like your culinary assistant. Very approachable, and with over 25,000 uses, that means it's been road tested by a lot of hungry people. Below that, we see LBC 24 recipes by name or image, which suggests at least that it can build recipes from either text or images. Pretty futuristic if you ask me, like something out of the Jetsons but for lasagna. Now, after browsing a bit, I decided to go with this one: Cooking, Diet Recipes, Nutrition, Food. It has over 400,000 conversations under its belt. Now we're looking at the GPT's profile page. Think of this as its resume, and it's an overachiever. The description says it covers diet tracking, cooking tips, nutrition advice, and even diet customization. It's also sitting pretty with a 4.5-star rating from over 1,000 users and ranked number 10 in lifestyle. That's a strong combo of quality and popularity. Now, here's something helpful for beginners: conversation starters. These are actually pre-written prompt ideas that you can click on if you're not quite sure how to begin. For example, what should I eat to lose weight healthily? Great if you're trying to fit back into those pre-pandemic pants. And these make the entry point a lot less intimidating. No need to be Shakespeare, just pick and click. Last but not least, this section outlines what this GPT can do. And wow, this one's loaded. Web search, DALL-E image generation, code interpreter for analyzing things like meal plans, 4.0 image generation, that's the fancy new model. Actions outside of ChatGPT, so it can actually retrieve stuff. Now, these features make me confident that we've picked the right one in that we're dealing with a fully equipped GPT. And that means our prompt interactions can be richer, more visual, and even data-driven if we want to go there. So here's the prompt that I typed in manually. Cooking fish for people that do not like seafood. Why? Because this is a real-life scenario. A lot of people want the health benefits of fish, but can't stand the taste or the smell or the idea of eyeballs. Let's see how this GPT handles that delicate little puzzle. That should be a challenge. Boom. Look at that. The GPT introduces itself like a TV cooking show host. Hey, I'm Jamie, your fun, friendly kitchen co-pilot. It doesn't just jump into a recipe. It asks for clarification. And not just any clarification, useful clarification. Is it the smell, the texture, or the taste? That shows us two things. This GPT is programmed to engage conversation at least. And it's using follow-up questions to tailor the results. This is gold. Especially for us older adults who might feel uncertain. This tone is welcoming, friendly, and helpful, like chatting with a cheerful neighbor who happens to be a nutritionist. I respond to the GPT's first question with, smell is the worst, but taste is also a mild distaste. Yeah. And what does it do? It gets it. Totally. The GPT replies with, smell is enemy number one. We're going to need stealth mode activated. This is great because we're not just getting a robotic input received, we're getting an emotional handshake. Yes, I see you, seafood smell hater. That kind of empathy in text is what makes people, especially those who are hesitant, willing to engage more. Now it moves on to the next logical step. Do you already have any fish at home? But it phrases it like a real person would. Or are you open to suggestions that don't stink up the house? So I tell the GPT I've got red snapper because, hey, if we're going to fight seafood stink, we might as well use what we've got. Now, red snapper is actually a clever choice. It's mild, it's not oily, and with the right prep, it won't even make your kitchen smell like a tide pool. Now, look at the language. Third question for fishy deception strategy. That's not just helpful, it's hilarious. And memorable. The GPT asks, what kind of flavors do your people love? And gives clear, helpful direction. Herbs, spices, cuisines. The better the user describes their preferences, the more the GPT can personalize the result. I typed in a simple response, spices. Just to reiterate, the purpose of this presentation is not to give you a great recipe. That's a bonus. The purpose is to demonstrate how to use a custom GPT. And the interactions I'm demonstrating are from this particular custom GPT. Every other GPT will react differently. I do, however, appreciate how responsive this one acts, and it seems to be right on target for the purpose of finding a solution to a challenging problem, namely, how to prepare fish for people who don't like seafood. This might be the right time to mention that if this video provides value, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to our channel. That way we can continue to deliver content for our over 50 crowd. But back to our recipe so you can see the ultimate outcome. Well, the GPT loves my brilliant idea. Spices are the superhero cape for any fish makeover. Now it's doing what every great kitchen helper would do, checking for tools and restrictions. Do you have an oven or an air fryer? Any dietary restrictions to know about? So I answered, oven, no restrictions. And this moment is key. This GPT is tailoring its suggestions based on available equipment and preferences. And just when you think the conversation's over, the GPT offers up a great option. Roasted, spiced red snapper with garlic herb crust. It teases no fishy smell, bold flavors, crispy golden top. And it asks almost flirtatiously, want the full recipe with side dishes to go with it? I mean, who could say no to that? So I didn't. I typed yes. And the GPT responded, oh, it's on. That's not a script. It's a personality. And this is what keeps folks engaged. First, it lists all of the ingredients. Then it moves into the preparation and cooking instructions. This kind of layered presentation, spices first, topping second, is perfect for clarity, especially for new cooks. So here we go. Our AI sous chef has delivered. The instructions are neatly laid out, clearly formatted, and, pardon the pun, seasoned with good writing. This isn't just a recipe, it's a culinary peace treaty between fish haters and fish eaters. I absolutely love the final flair. Hit it with another spritz of lemon right before serving. Now, just to test its flexibility, I throw in a curveball. Do you have a recipe with lemon, garlic, and Aleppo pepper? These are real-world ingredients that I just happen to have available. The goal here is to show you that you can pivot your prompt mid-conversation, and the custom GPT will roll with it. And look at this delightful reply. Oh, heck yeah! Lemon, garlic, and Aleppo pepper? Sounds excited. It's affirming. It knows these flavors and immediately offers to build a custom recipe around them. This shows how ingredient-driven prompting can unlock highly tailored results. It also reinforces you don't need to know the exact name of a dish, just list what you've got. And voila! Lemon garlic Aleppo snapper. And again, it lists the ingredients followed by the instructions and sides. Now, this isn't a copy-paste recipe. This is an AI-generated, based upon your ingredients, a true custom fit. For adults trying to cook based on what's in their fridge, this is like magic, or like finally finding a helpful neighbor who doesn't talk your ear off. Now for the pièce de résistance, as far as our demonstration goes. I type, can you show me a picture of this recipe? Why do I do that? Well, many people, especially visual learners, find photos give them the confidence to try something new. Seeing is believing for these folks. And after working its artificial butt off, it delivers. 4 examples of lemon garlic Aleppo snapper, complete with herbs, citrus, and perfect golden color. Are these stock photos from a cooking site or AI-generated images based on our conversation? Honestly, at this stage of the technology, we really don't know. Either way, this is transformative. For older adults who have relied on cookbooks, magazine clippings, or handwritten recipe cards, this feature is a huge upgrade. One that blends the past's charm with today's power. And let's be honest, if a picture like that can convince someone who hates fish to give it a shot, that's a win. Now, if you'd like to know how it came up with the recipe, you can check out the sources and see how diligent the GPT was. Okay, so now we've seen the dish, we've seen the options, and we've seen what it could look like on your plate. But what if you're watching your sodium or trying to balance carbs and protein? I asked the GPT, can you give me the nutrition information for the lemon garlic Aleppo snapper? And it doesn't blink. It just delivers as promised. This is a perfect example of how AI is more than just a recipe source. It can be a nutrition companion. And that's a game changer for anyone managing calories, carbs, or cholesterol. This information is estimated, of course, but it's specific enough to help you make informed choices without needing a spreadsheet or a calculator. Even better, it gives me highlights in plain English. It's high in lean protein, it's low carb and gluten-free, it's heart-healthy fats from olive oil and fish. It's anti-inflammatory bonus from garlic and Aleppo pepper. This is not medical advice, but it's certainly a better way to understand what you're eating. For anyone trying to eat better, this is like having a mini dietitian on standby. Now, I wanted to test how far I could push the GPT, so I asked, are there any allergies that people could have that this recipe might trigger? The GPT flagged key ingredients. Fish, red snapper, is a major allergen. Clear warning. Garlic can cause allium allergies, which are rare but real. And Aleppo pepper isn't a typical allergen, but it might bother those sensitive to nightshades or spice. This is a very big deal for people cooking for family or community events. It shows that the GPT can be a tool not just for flavor, but for care. And now, the inevitable moment we all face when having too much fun with free software. You've reached your limit of using GPTs. That's right. If you're using the free version, or even some limited access tiers, there's a cap on how much you can use a custom GPT in a short span. The app gently nudges you to come back later, or consider upgrading. That's a soft sell. No judgment, just a timeout with a timer. In this case, it says, try again after 9:07 p.m. Kind of like being told, "You've had enough candy for now, go walk it off and we'll talk after dinner." So the final note for this segment. But honestly, even with that little time out, look at what we accomplished. We didn't just play with the recipe bot. We explored a powerful, practical tool that takes your words, your curiosity, in this case, your ingredients and your needs, and turns them into something useful, helpful, and in this case, also delicious. You now know how to find and use a custom GPT created by someone else, how clear conversational prompting shapes the answers you get, how the GPT asks smart follow-up questions, not to stall, but to tailor the output, how to get the perfect recipe, side dish ideas, nutrition info, allergy warnings, and even pictures of the dish. And we did it all without writing a single line of code. Downloading an app or calling a tech-savvy grandchild. This matters, especially for older adults, caregivers, or honestly, anyone trying to use tech to make daily life just a little easier. So whether you're meal planning for health reasons or trying out new foods or simply learning how to use AI tools, this shows that custom GPTs can be your new kitchen buddy, brainstorming partner, and research assistant all in one friendly window. Now, if this kind of smart, clear, hands-on AI demonstration was helpful to you, do the YouTube thing, give it a like, drop a comment with a custom GPT you've tried to use or want to see me test next. Subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into the tech tools that actually make life better, not just louder. This channel is all about showing you how to use tech in a way that feels empowering, not overwhelming. So thank you for cooking up something new with me today, not just in the kitchen, but with your curiosity. Until next time, keep asking smart questions, keep experimenting, and remember, tech isn't magic, but with the right prompts, it can sure feel like it. Thank you.